All right, we're gonna try this again. The reason why I'm saying part two is because I was talking about relationships in the other live, titled Sunday Morning Love Chat, December 22nd. Mm-hmm. And it stopped buffering, so it's one of those things that happens. I watch these people when they drive. Gotta keep your eye on them. You gotta keep your eyes on them. Gotta keep your eye on them. That is for sure. Gotta keep your eyes on them. Mm-hmm. Gotta watch them. Got to watch them because you do. All right. So let's do this. Hey, Nathan. It was buffering, so I had to come back. It was buffering. It happens. It's one of those things when you're live. I'm trying not to be in the sun, so I won't have too much of a sun glare and things of that nature. But yeah. Ah, you missed me within, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, maybe 5? I declare. I declare. So since you're the only one on here right now, Nathan, how are you? A minute and 39 seconds. Stop playing. Oh, you mean the time on here? I'm glad to hear you're doing wonderful. I love to hear when people are doing well. But look at this. Everybody don't like people eating on the channel, but man, and I don't know if you like that, but I got me a nice little chicken quesadillas, and I bought me some Halls. Some people say this is a brand name, but I look at the active ingredients, and if it's the same as the so-called brand name, I buy it. You know, I'm not caught up in the brands. Never was, not trying to live like that either. I say no thank you. If that's what you want to do, have at it. But that's not me. Especially if it's the same active ingredients. If the active ingredients are the same, no matter the brand, off-brand for what people say, a brand is a brand. Now, there are well-known brands, more known than others. Well, of course. But if the active ingredients are the same across the board, doesn't matter. Gabriel Iglesias? No, who is that? Is it Gabriel Iglesias? No. I don't know that person. Who is she? Look at that. This is good. I hate that it stopped buffering when April was talking about, her relationship. Oh, it's a comedian? No, never. I'm not real good on names. Maybe if I was to see the face. But, yeah. I wanted to talk more with her as well. Because a lot of times we can get hurt Ooh, that's spicy. Andale, andale. We can get hurt by other relationships, and it can damage us for a lifetime. Oh, wait a minute. I know who you're talking about. Thick eyebrows. I think I know who you're talking about. I think I exactly know. He did some acting though too, though. I think you know what? I'm gonna look him up. I think this is when you said that. It came in my head. I think this is gonna be the guy. He got thick eyebrows. He's not skinny. He's not fat. He has thick black hair. Hold on. I think I knew. What was his name? I think I know who he is. That's Gabrielle Union. Oh no! Oh no! Hold on. I don't remember him. I'm thinking of someone else. Let's see. Oh, okay. No, actually, Jesus. Gabriel. Or Fluffy. No, I don't. Let's see. I'm looking at his different profile pictures here. I don't think I've heard of him. His nickname is Fluffy. I like that. I like to say Juicy. That is cute. Oh my gosh. He might be fluffy. He's making money though, right? Doing something that he loves to do. Wow, I see. I see exactly who he is. Let me just do this picture maybe. Yeah. That's awesome. I'd love to see people living their own truth, living their life. The gift basket. I can't watch it on here and have it on copyright issues, but I would definitely look him up. I would definitely do that. I'm just laughing just by looking at his expression. That's awesome. Let me try to do it that way here. Yeah, because I won't be able to hear him, on here. It's two people still watching on the other side. Oh, there you are. Hey, Tina. You can't hear me? You can't hear me now? How are you doing, Tina? I felt for you in that video, your last video with Rhodey. It's like you were right there at the edge about to just, cry. I will get copywritten. Oh my, look, Nathan. I used to be in prison for 90 days, YouTube prison, for showing a movie that the people who were in the live, they were enjoying it. We were having a great time. And apparently, YouTube sent me an email warning me to remove it. I didn't get the notification because I had mine turned off. So they sent another one. Got rid of the feed. If it wasn't for Josh, one of my subscribers, him sending me a message on Hangouts letting me know that the stream was cut, I wouldn't have never known. Because on my end, everything still looked the same. But they had cut the stream. So, no. Then I had some individuals who asked me to play some music. It was a certain type of, I believe it was the Indian music. And me not knowing, I played it. Got a strike. So, But I will give him a look. See on here. But I will not put it on here. No. I've learned my lesson. Yeah, I've learned my lesson. And then you also have to know that there are some content creators. They are licensed. And hey, cock-a-doodle-doo, how are you? And when they are licensed, you do not have permission to use their videos. But if they are labeled as what is another term for it? You're either going to be licensed or non-licensed. And when you're not licensed, then people can use your videos. No, I didn't. You know, I don't like getting banned, especially if it's something I didn't know, but I've learned from it. So I don't walk down that road again. But I have his information on here. Matter of fact, I'm going to subscribe so I can check him out. Okay? But yeah. You learning from me? I'm learning from you. We learning from each other. You don't drop the soap. No, don't drop the soap in YouTube prison. Don't drop the soap. Don't drop on copywritten music. Well, don't drop copywritten music. Yeah. There are guidelines to all of this. Nathan, lesson learned. Lesson learned. Yeah, I understand, Tina. You definitely putting up a fight. And don't give up. Keep fighting. Keep fighting. I'm going to check him out. I can imagine it is bothering you. Guys, let me tell you. Melissa is a Lyft driver. I'm not going to say where. However, she can hear but can't speak. And it's in her bio where the passengers will know. That's a learn. You got it. And this particular guy just was totally rude to her. She explained it in the, I think it was the video, under the video I was thanking my subscribers. And she explained what he did. And it just goes to show you, there are so many people in the world, and I think they're going to always forever be, some very evil, disrespectful people. And the sad part about it is, he don't know his end. He don't know his children's end, if he has children. He don't know his parents' end. Because a lot of times, the same person you pick on, for whatever that reason, it comes back on you or your family. And I just think it's sad. She's going through something that she can't even control. Can't control. Yet, in the midst of all the craziness and the cruelness in the world, she still decides to get up, to turn that app on, and to welcome strangers in her vehicle, and to take them safely to their destination. But you come across someone such as him. And there are many more. There are many more. I now look at people as personalities, characteristics. I don't look at them as people. Because, see, this is the thing. The same personality he has, a woman can have it too. A child, a teenager can have it. So I'm learning to see things as people as personalities. And I think in my mind, I might come in contact with this personality once more again. So let me look within myself and ask myself, why am I feeling the way I feel? Is it something I could have changed? Is it something I brought on myself? And if those answers are no and no, and if you have other questions you want to ask yourself and it's no, begin to build a tolerance to not allow that type of personality to affect me. And I'm learning this more and more dealing with customer service. And we as Uber and Lyft drivers, we're in customer service. We are offering a service to customers, which is another word for, I think, strangers. You don't know them. They're customers. Customers to me is just a friendlier word to help us to accept them that much more. But let's see, Melissa said, most don't get what discrimination does to a person until it happens. Yeah, absolutely. And you can be discriminated against not just by race. Discrimination can be in the form of, because you are that type of person and I just choose not to like your kind or your type of person. It doesn't necessarily have to be, from my understanding, it doesn't necessarily have to be according to race, but a lot of people isolate it more towards race. But I think it can cover a lot more. It's to push that person aside for whatever that reason. It could be race, it could be anything. It's just something that they don't want to be around or don't want that kind around them. And I've been on this journey for a while, but more in depth when I start making those videos more about loving yourself, knowing yourself, being yourself, change yourself to improve yourself. And I'm walking in that process. It's not just a song. I'm walking in the process. And let me tell you, it's not always easy, because I'll be lying to you if I say it's easy, because it's not. But I'm learning that remember, you can decide not to pick someone up based on their appearance. That's right. You can go by, how they look, their appearance. So there is a good part about it, and then there's a bad part about it. And I think to be discriminated against something that you cannot change, and it's not to harm you, that's not right. That's not right. But we live in a society, that's how it is. Unfortunately, that's how it is. And it's not going to change. The only thing that's going to change is unless we change. We have to change. Not saying you get immune to it, but you build a tolerance to the point you're able to deal with it and not let it overtake you. And that's the journey that I'm on. There are some things in this world that I would never, ever, no one can control. Therefore, if I'm going to live here, which I choose to live here, I have to build a tolerance towards it, like a antibody, if you will, so it won't affect me in such a way that it takes me under. So remember, I came up with the saying, don't let your last ride be a bad ride. Don't let your last food delivery be a bad food delivery. When you hear the ping, it's still mean cha-ching. I got a flashback of that saying when I was on the phone yesterday. I was at work, and I was constantly getting these calls back to back. Irate customers, upset, so on and so forth. And I heard it in my voice, and I saw the words. Don't let your last ride be a bad ride. Don't let your last food delivery be a bad food delivery. When you hear the ping, it still means cha-ching. So then I said, you know what? I can use that same saying to this situation. Don't let my last call be a bad call. Because if I decide that this irate customer who I am presently speaking to control the future, the possibility of another call, then I would never know that the next call, or maybe 10 calls down, it won't be an irate customer. But I would never know this unless I don't let that last call be my bad call. I just keep going. And then if, for whatever reason, it is a bad call and it is my last and it's time for me to punch out, I have built a tolerance, or I'm building a tolerance, that I do not take that last bad call in my space, that spirit, that vibe, to now interrupt my peace, my time off, my home. So it's like, I just see more and more I need to build myself from within to have a defense mechanism against the opposite, or those who are outward of me. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, I just see that more and more in life. And I'm grateful for my mom. My mom is a very strong, strong, strong woman. And even though she is in her 70s, still going to the gym, retired from a job she was with for 47 years straight. 47 years straight. She was a homemaker in the beginning, then decided to work. My dad was okay with it and was at that job. And there were times when she was snowed in, couldn't get back home to us as children. And once my mom was able to leave that job, my dad couldn't get out to the main road to pick her up. My mom, I'll check it out, Josh, she walked until she got home to her children and her husband. My mom did not let nothing, and I'm getting a flashback on that. My mom did not let nothing stop her from reaching her goal to get home to her children. And even though she had a job to do, and she did it, but she also had a home to get home, also had a family to get home to. And when they got the okay that they could leave because staff was coming in, my mother was not going to allow nothing, no one, to stop her from getting home. And I have positive people all around me, supporting me, loving me, caring for me. But I also have to realize I have to build myself with God's help and their examples from within, so that I can be the kind of person, the kind of woman that will not allow nothing and nobody to stop me from reaching my goal. And to be honest, the main thing that stops me from reaching my goal is myself. It's not people. Anything I wanted to do in life, my family was with me at 100%. Even with working this kind of job, this stressful job, they prayed for me. They're there if I need to call them and things of that nature. My support system is strong. And so it's how sometimes you can say, oh, I'm this way because of him, or because of her, or because of this, because of that. I know I have my mental illness. I know this. However, I do not want it to handicap me to the point that I'm not able to live in this world, So let me go back to the feed here, guys. Let's see here. Don't ever change. This is what Josh said. Don't ever change. It is a very unrealistic request. I did something wrong. We should always be in a state of growth, yes, and change, absolutely. During that constant process, don't ever lose sight on who you are. Wow, Josh, well, I declare. Oh my gosh, wow. Did you tell? I like that. And Melissa said, what happened to me is thankfully a once in a long time. Okay. Then that happens. Okay. A once in a long time since it happened. Hopefully It won't happen again for a long time. Most writers are very nice. Yeah. But you know what, Melissa? Guess what? If it happens again, it won't be the first time. And the second time it happens, you have an opportunity to change the outcome based upon how you feel and how you allow yourself to accept it or not to accept it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, in other words, you can repeat the same pattern that you did the first time it happened, or you can build and try to do something else. That's what I'm saying. Let's see here. But when discrimination hits you, it hits hard. Oh, absolutely. See, for me, in terms of the discriminating against my color, it's nothing new to people of color, African American people, black people, however they come up with that title. It's nothing new to us. And to the point we have built a tolerance where it doesn't, we don't allow it to affect us in such a way that we belittle ourselves or feel less than. But when it's done in another type category, which is, based upon your disability, and you don't have a whole lot of people doing this to you, it's hard to build a tolerance. But it's important to know how to handle it, because guess what? It will happen again. And you have to have your guards up, protecting yourself, your emotions, and how you think and feel about yourself and your disability, and not allow it to turn you inside out, make you feel worse and bad. And don't give that to people. Let's see here. What did you say, Nathan? Okay. That's how you got to do it. Even when you can barely put one foot in front of the other. Tina, come on now. I go through it every day. I fight myself all the time. Yeah, it's like you can't blame nobody. You can't walk away from it. It's you. It's like, Misty Knight said I had to stop driving after that for the day. Yeah, I just wasn't able to have anyone else in my car then. Yeah, I understand. Can you possibly share your mental health issues? Sure. I've done it before, but I can do it again. Wipe your tears. Thanks. Your mom seems like she is. Oh my gosh. She is. I've met some awesome mothers. Oh, absolutely. I always wonder why blacks were called blacks. I know, to start with you, more brownish. I know. I just think back then it was a lack of common sense. It was a lack of knowledge, understanding. So all they could do is say white or black. And think about it. And my niece is 5 years old now. And, she would color and all that kind of stuff. And when she was in school, she told her teacher, she said, "You're not white. This is white. You're pink." Truth be told, you know what I mean? But I just think when it comes to certain words, people who are in power try to find wordings, if you will, that is more acceptable than not. Because if we really look at the different shades of all race or races, however you want to say it, you would have pale. Even some, I think it's albinos, are whiter than Caucasian people. You know what I mean? You have some who have a pink undertone, a yellow undertone, a whitish undertone, a golden or goldish undertone, but back then, to really break it down like that, oh my gosh, they didn't have the mentality. It was either black or white, period. Even when it came to television, black or white. And now we have colored television. You can see your reds, your whites, your blacks, your blues, your brown, your yellow, different colors, that you can see now on television. Even the clothing, the fabrics, now in Africa, from what I've read, they would use the dye from, could be flowers or a clay or something that have or even an animal, and they could dye clothing, the ones who wore clothes, or they will put the colors on their bodies. But for a very long time, it was white, black. That was it. That was your only option. You want a black dress or a white dress? White suit, black suit. That's it. Even when people were butlers and maids, what color did they have on? Black or white or black and white. That was the time, that's where we were. But this is where we are now, And I just see more and more is how you see things in life determines your reaction. And you have to make sure your mindset is of a magnitude or at a level that it can understand. It is willing to understand the difference that is in the world. This world is not just one way, We are not just one type of people. You have some so-called white people, and I never really used that term. And I never really used the term as black. I never understood it as a young child. I never understood it. However, when it comes to an application, white, now remember it used to be white or black. Then now as time went on, now you got white/Caucasian, like they say either or, black, African American, Hispanic or non-Hispanic. It's worded differently. So we have learned that it's no longer, and then really, to be honest, it should not have never been just black or white. But that was the mindset of our forefathers. They could not think beyond that, because basically, probably in their days, they only could make black or white crayons. They didn't know anything about green and yellows and reds and all those really bright colors. Like, I really like bright colors. You know what I mean? So let me go back to the feed here. Okay, got that. Not just financially, but very lovely, if you will. Okay, very lovely women. Awesome. Can I be in this conversation? Yeah. P.S. said mentally, it's been really hard to spend that energy interacting with pageanters, which is why I've been doing Uber Eats. How do I get around that? Okay, good question. Melissa said white people aren't white. They are not white. But our forefathers, boom, put the stamp on it. You're white. You're black. What? You're tan. What is tan? What is that? How do you even spell that? What is that? Brown? What do you mean? But anyway, it really goes to show us the lack of education that a lot of our forefathers had, based upon we are where we are because of our beginnings. Things are set in place now because of what was set in place, All right, so P.S. want to know, how did he get around the mental, the hard time, the energy interacting with the passengers? I'll get back with you on that one. LOL, okay. Why is impeachment called? Peach sounds like going through peach. I also learned there are, when I would read the dictionary, it's good to look at the origin of different names, different words, because if it was English, like Old English, every word was created based upon that person definition or meaning or understanding. And that person was of a certain status that they could help write what it will be and things of that nature, and what we will learn. We only learn what has been set before us when it comes to going to school and so on and so forth. But then there's something called life experiences, and no man or woman can control that. It's something that we go through as human beings. But back to PS, I understand about the mental hardship when it comes to interacting with customers. And the way I dealt with it was, this is two ways. One, if the passenger is talkative, you don't have much to really say. You can say good morning or good afternoon, good night. They're coming in, and then they feel your vibe. And then if they are talkative, they're going to start talking. Oh, how was your day? And then you as a driver might not want to say, you know what, you're just sitting in a spot that I had to clean up because somebody spit there. Or, I just had someone who was really irate and was threatening to kill me. They don't want to hear that. Sometimes when people ask you, how are you doing? They really don't know. They really don't want to know how you are doing. It's just a cordial thing. It's just small talk. How are you doing? Then I say, how are you doing today, PS? Really? Sorry that happened to you. No. How you doing? You talking to me? They're gone. I think in anything, especially when you're dealing with customer service, don't take it personal. There are, let's say a customer get in and they're talking to you. They want you to give them feedback. There are ways you can distract that conversation, such as, and I had to do this on the call. And this man, he was talking, he wanted to chit chat. And I don't do that because I want to be professional and so on and so forth. And so he was like, oh, so where you live? And then I said, do you mind if I put you on a brief hold? Me saying that just wiped that question out of his head, to the point when I came back, he never brought it up again. But you do have some people who would ask that question again. But now I have the responsibility to say, at this particular time, I'd rather not say. You say it with a smile. And if this person is aware, then he or she will understand where you're coming from, because I'm quite sure they have been in situations that questions were asked upon them and they'd rather not answer. So just because we are drivers and they are passengers, we got to remember they're still human beings with human interaction, human situations. They live here just like we do. It's just, this is our title. This is not who we are. This is a title. But we still have feelings. We still have desires. We still have wants. We still feel good. We feel bad. We get sick. We get frustrated. The same thing the customers go through. Guess what? We go through the same things in terms of the human interaction. So I just think, whatever you do, don't take it personal. Even if it's to be personal, you don't take it. You don't take it personal, okay? It's like if someone is throwing water towards you, you don't have to stay there to receive that water. Is that not right? Okay? No, so don't take it personal. And that's very important. Okay. When the rider gets to my car, I show them a text file. Okay. 1, hi. Okay, I can hear you, but not speak. 2, is everything okay in my car? Okay. Do you prefer any kind of music? 4, is condition of the car okay? Right there. If me personally, if I was to see that, I would immediately see you as a driver who's concerned about their passenger. And yeah, I do see you can hear, but can't speak. But those questions supersedes what you can't do. And it shows me the type of caring driver you are. So for me, I would feel comfortable and wouldn't have an issue with you just at the beginning. Because what is most important to me is I'm going to be comfortable for whatever minute, 2, 3, 5 minutes, 45 minutes I'm in your car. And for me to know you are a caring driver, and I'm not the kind of passenger who would try to get over on a caring driver, I would respect that. I would respect that. But I understand you as a driver who cannot speak, but here it can at times be frustrating. It can totally be frustrating, you know? But for me as a passenger, you know, it's certain ways things are received when you're a driver versus a passenger. But keep in mind, that passenger can also, if want, be a driver. That driver can also, if want, be a passenger. And when that due comes, you begin to experience being a passenger, being a driver. Not so much the same situation will occur, but you know how it is to be not. Meaning you're not a passenger, you're a driver. You're not a driver, you're a passenger. You know what I mean? It'll be different roles. But in our society, the way a lot of our mindsets are, we identify with what we see. Not so much what we know, is what we see. And a lot of times what we see is not the reality of it all. You know, you can see someone who so-called look like a gangster, but that doesn't mean he or she is a gangster. You can look at a man, he looks like a man, he doesn't necessarily have to be a man. You can see a woman who looks like a woman, doesn't necessarily have to be a woman. You understand what I'm saying? So it is different when you're dealing with people, when you're dealing with society. Your mindset is very important to be balanced, because how you perceive things is how you will react to things. You too, Tina. Take care. All right, keep fighting. Don't give up. So you have to, in life, if it's something you're going to do and you have to do and you want to do, you have to build a tolerance to be able to do it. Otherwise, just don't do it. If you're going to be in the army and you're going to be in combat, you're going to train for it. But if you don't, then you're going to be in entertainment, or you're going to be a cook, or, you know, different things. Everybody who goes in the army is not in combat. Some are there to entertain the troops, to help them mentally, you know, to cook for them, to aid them if they get hurt. But everyone is not there to fight. From the movie The Santa Claus with Tim Allen. There you go. That's it. Very good. Right. Very good. And that's true though. But a lot of people don't think that way. Some people, that's just not how they think. That's just not that's just not how they are, you know? And it's not that you're okay with it, but it's good to know about it, to be aware of it, but not to be okay with it, you know? It's just like you have a dog in your yard. You have a beware of dog sign. You're letting people know, like it or not, but I'm just saying, there's a dog over there. Now, if you choose as the human being who has control of your legs, if you choose to go over there and enter, that is your choice. But I just want you to know, be aware, there is a dog over there. And that's how it is in life. Be aware. Be aware. And when you are aware, you either going to do what is needed to protect yourself or do what you should not do to protect yourself. It can go either way. The way I see things, and Josh wanted to know about my mental illness. For me, I have anxiety and panic attacks. And this is what I understand now. You can have anxiety, and that's fine. A lot of people go through anxiety, but it's an issue when it overtakes your body. And that happened to me. Not once, not twice, a couple times. So dealing with this type job, I notice I need a little anxiety because it gives me that adrenaline, that excitement, that woohoo, but when that woohoo is overtaking me to the point I'm shaking, I cannot function, I can't think, I can't speak, that's when it becomes an issue. And that's why I'm on medication. And also, I suffer with depression. It's a chemical imbalance. I cannot control it. It happens. And I also notice as time goes on in life, that like the changing of the time, when time changed, I noticed, I think it was last year. At the beginning. Yeah, I think it was last year. It was getting dark. And I was happy at first. But as the sun began to just disappear, I got quiet. I slowed my speaking. And I began to feel down. It was like, it was a strange feeling. I have never felt that feeling before, ever. And I was like, wow. And for me, I immediately prayed to God to help me, because it's like, wait a minute, I'm experiencing something. I'm feeling something that I cannot control. I don't know what's next here. What am I going to do? You know what I mean? So it was like, you know how when you see, when the doctor take your blood pressure and when they release the valve on the pump, and you see the needle goes down and down and down, and you feel the release of the cuff from your arm. That's how I felt in here as the sun was going away. And I felt really down and blanked, like zoned out. I was sitting in my car when it happened. And that was that I never ever experienced that. And it was one time. But now if it happens again, I am aware it's a possibility I might go through that. And it's important for me to know how to come out of that. And I did by noticing it and fought it to feel happy, to be jolly, to be not down. But there are moments when I cannot control it. I will not shower. I'm just saying. I will not brush my teeth. I will not do my hair. I will not get out of the bed. I don't want to talk on the phone. I don't want to watch TV. I don't want to listen to gospel music. It's a moment and a place of darkness, emotionally and mentally. It's just dark. I am in the I don't care. I don't care about the house. I don't care about my car. I didn't care about my pet. It was just, I was out. I checked out mentally and physically. And I had no control over it. I had no control over it. Just like you get up, take a shower, brush your hair, you might have some breakfast. Just like we all have our own routine, normal things that we might do to start our day. That was my normal routine. I can laugh at it now because I'm looking at it in hindsight, how it used to be, and I thought it was normal. I thought it was normal. And I remember talking to family members, and they would ask me, do you think that's normal for you to feel that way? In my mind, I thought it was. In my mind, okay? I thought it was, I'm doing just what you're doing. You say that's normal for you? Oh, guess what? This is normal for me. And I can honestly say it's a good thing to get up every morning, start your day, take a shower, brush your teeth, do your hair, change your clothes. It puts you in a different state of mind, you know. It's good to make your bed up. I'm not saying I make my bed up every day because that's a lie. That is a lie for sure. But it's just certain things that you do in the mornings, it propels your day. It not so much control your day because things happens out of our control, but it propels it, get it going. It pushes it forward. It's all right. My day is going. I'm out the house. I got that cup of coffee. I'm ready. You know, I got my breakfast. I feel energized. I'm ready to go. You know, I done took my shower. I'm wearing my nice outfit, hair, face. You know, I feel good, and I love what I see. You know what I mean? I let the bed bugs make the day. Give them something. Oh my God, give them something to do. Oh, believe me, they will love that. Woo, woo, man. Let me tell you. I thought I had bed bugs in my home, and I had the exterminator come in. I felt so bad. I told him to come through the back door because I didn't want my neighbors to see. He was in an unmarked van, which was perfect. Because sometimes people just assume, you know, that's how mankind, meaning human beings, are. And so I asked him, do you mind if you come through the back door? He said, oh, no problem. So he let me know he had to put on this, like a white suit, zipped up and everything. Shoes and all that kind of, you know, the little covering for the shoes. The post you made above. I saw that the Santa Claus one. Seeing isn't believing, believing is seeing. Oh, wait a minute. You said, okay. I sometimes show on a text file that my dog keeps eating the money tree seeds, so I have to work. Oh my God. No, I didn't see that one. You usually get a laugh. That's awesome. Yeah, that helps break the ice. Sometimes, yeah, that's a good thing. Oh my, I missed that. I don't know how I missed that one, Melissa. That's wild. But anyway, so, I mean, not anyway, but also, so he came in and he looked around, and I showed him, because I had a rash and I couldn't figure out where it was from. And I went to the dermatologist and so on and so forth. Hey there, how are you? You're new, welcome. And so he checked around bedrooms and all that kind of stuff. He was saying if you had them, you would have black specks around the trim of the mattress. He said he didn't see that. He didn't see any evidence. He even sat where I sat and things of that nature. Nothing came on his clothes. Not one thing. Not one, because that's why they wear the white, to see. And so there was nothing. So it was just one of those things that has happened. And I went to the dermatologist, paid for that, paid for the ointments and stuff, and it's over. I don't know if my body was stressing and it broke out that way, or it's unexplained, unexplainable, whatever. I'm doing well, 49 cents, Rage Hamilton. How are you? So, hopefully that answered your question, P.S. Yeah, but you're not alone. You're not alone. And another thing, guys, all of us who are drivers, we're not talkative. All of us who are passengers, we're not talkative. It's just not our nature. I had one passenger, and she said, oh, it's on there. One day I'm going to do a video of my, the things that the customer said. And some of them, she was like, she had such a great time talking to me, and she's not a talker. So anything can happen. Good, bad, anything can happen. And sometimes we as drivers, we can observe and see a person and we can assume, oh boy, I'm going to have a rough time with this one here. Let me get ready. And that person is nothing like what we thought. You know? Shell, don't you hate that when your dogs keep eating? Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, money tree seeds, and it's usually the $5. Oh my gosh, that why not the pennies? You know, I declare, yeah, it's like give me my money back, dog. That's a good icebreaker. Okay. This is good. But I just think it's important to but this is the sad part about the whole thing in reference to rideshare is when it seems like they don't have your back, like they're not supporting the drivers, like they're not aware that even though they're customers, first and foremost, they're human beings with different personalities. Could be personalities that just don't mesh with the driver. That's just how it is. But to assume the rider is telling the truth, that's a problem. That's a problem. Tony 37, how are you? Oh my gosh. Giselle, if that comes to your mind, that the rider is about to get in your car going to be a problem, do not pick them up. Simply pull over and cancel the ride before they get in. Yeah, but sometimes they're not. Oh, you back in Largo? Oh, okay. What, for the holidays? I don't want to make a mess, but this tastes good. Forever? Wow. You're finished school now? I don't like the word pairing. Yeah. That's another example of using words that are more acceptable. Because think about it. How are they going to know how to pair us as drivers and riders when they don't know us? How can you do that? We all don't have the bio filled out. And even if we did, are they really looking at it? And does all the other passengers or all the passengers fill theirs out? I can see that if that was happening, then you can kind of sort of, oh, okay, this person likes sports. Oh, this passenger loves sports, you know? But then sometimes you see that and it's not a good match. Why? Because the team this driver likes is not the one that the passenger like. And there are some die-hard fans out here that will downright kill you if you talk bad about their team. They take it personal, like this is their team. Not the coach, not the owner, it's them. So it's just a word that is more acceptable that they use. But in reality, you know just as well as I know, they can't pair us properly. You can't. You don't know me. You don't know the passenger. Because if you knew them, one, some of them wouldn't even be passengers. Two, if you knew the drivers, some of them wouldn't be drivers. Why? Because you found out some will rape, kill, rob, treat people downright disrespectfully. Same with some of the passengers. So if you knew them, then maybe you can pair them. But you don't. We are on the first line when it comes to the passengers. Not the app, the creator of the app, the supporters that we call. All they know is what we tell them and what the passenger tell them. And then based upon the kind of person they are, they visualize and try to figure out what happened. And then some people don't have that skill to comprehend properly or correctly. Therefore, you're going to have a lot of drivers deactivated. You're going to have a lot of passengers no longer on the app. You can't afford to be wrong, even if. Can't afford to take a chance. You could lose your life. That's true. Welcome back, Nathan. Right. They're not paying. I understand. No, we're not a dating service, but I understand what you're saying, Melissa. But first, they can't pair us. They don't know us. And even if we fill out the bio, we are choosing to share what we want to share. And some of us feel all you need to know is my name. That's it. That's it. You don't need to know nothing now. Some passengers feel the same way. They feel the same way. But I understand what you're saying, Tony. When it comes to your gut feeling, like, you know, like you really feel in your gut that this person sure enough is going to be an issue, of course, you make that decision to cancel. But there are some times when we are thinking one way and it's nothing like it. So we as the human being has to make that judgment call. We have to make that judgment call. Is it or is it not? To be or not to be? That's the question, you know? But it's a lot that you have to know, and I think be skilled in whenever you're dealing with people other than yourself. This year I have pulled off on 28 people without picking them up. Okay. Yeah. Now, what kind of rating did they have, Tony? Hey, Quaker Oats, how are you? What were their ratings? Yeah, you as a driver, you have to be able to make a judgment call. I think one of the things with this, the way it was advertised, the rideshare was you can make quick money, meet new people. What was the other one? Their advertisement was all on the happier part. Whereas for we as human beings, that was a way to manipulate the mind. So we assuming every ride is going to be that way, but it's not until you begin to be a driver or even a passenger to find out the real deal. Other than that, it's just advertisement. Regular, normal. Oh, really? 4.75 and 4.92. Okay. Did the neighborhoods play a factor? I was amazed that Lyft's driver's app run off Google game code. You were saying that. I didn't know anything about that one. Hi, Maria. How are you? Yesterday, I made $230 with Grubhub, so I'm not dealing with people. Okay, on my car. Okay. That's one of the good things. That's one of the good things. Oh, okay. Okay, Tony. Yeah. Now, I've been in some rough areas in Baltimore. And I've been in places where the boys are on the corner. I'm right smack in the middle in the car. Me, my happy jolly self, waiting on my passenger. Waiting on my passenger. In New Jersey? Awesome. That's awesome. See, that's the beauty of these different apps. You can pick and choose your fit. Even though you're going into it, or you should go into it with the mindset, things are not going to always be hunky-dory. But at least for the most part, this is what I want to do. You know? Mm-hmm. They can lie. They can lie about your ratings. It's like this. You're dealing with people. And based upon that personality, a person is subject to do anything, good or bad. Period. So we cannot be shocked when we see it. It's good to be aware of it, not tolerate it, but not be shocked. You know? Because after all, they're human beings just like we are. And if they feel that, okay, I need lunch food for tomorrow or lunch for tomorrow, then I'm going to sacrifice this driver who's delivering my food and say they did something wrong so that the company who wants to please the customer will give me a free meal. Some people go through that mindset, survival of the fittest. You know what, Maria? I'm glad we don't have pool rides here in Baltimore. Me personally, that wouldn't be good. That wouldn't be good. Just like it's not good for other cities. Not saying that it's, Baltimore is a bad place, like the only bad place. We have our issues for sure. But I'm glad we don't have pools here. And I hope we never will. Because I just don't think it's going to turn out right. And I just don't think it's going to turn out right. I made $49 yesterday doing Uber Eats and DoorDash for 3 hours. Isn't bad. Okay, that's cool. The bottom line is you're okay with the amount. You're happy. That's the bottom line. But when it comes to certain parts, Tony, of Baltimore, some parts I didn't know about until I became an Uber driver and a Lyft driver. Never been in until I became an Uber driver and a Lyft driver. And some are shaky. Some are, I don't want to go there again. Because in hindsight, I'm like, oh my gosh, it could have been bullets flying and all kinds of craziness. And I am smacked in this narrow street. Boom, smack in the middle. But the customer was awesome. She was awesome. And she said she was going to school, working her way out of the particular situation she was in, living in that neighborhood. But it was her family home. And so it was given to her, but she seen the change in the neighborhood. It's a lot. It was a lot that was going on. But her as a person was an awesome lady. Yet, to look around in her neighborhood, it's like, oh my gosh, is everyone like this in this neighborhood? Guess who? Jim Apple. Absolutely. So, to be honest, if I would remember where it was, would I go back? I would have to battle with it. One is, I don't know. Yeah, that's a decent passenger, but I'm putting myself in harm's way. Some of the people know her, but they don't know me. Yeah. So you have to make a judgment call. Not being a separatist or discriminating, but you're making a choice because your life could be in jeopardy. So, no, some I wouldn't go back if I remember, if it was one of the rough areas, even though I had decent passengers, some places I wouldn't because I feel my life is in jeopardy, and yeah, but it can be interesting. And I think for a lot of men, as male drivers, and you have a male passenger, there immediately sometimes tension, and especially with the caliber or of that passenger and the caliber of the driver. There can be a reverse of the men are not seeing each other as men, but they begin to see you as a driver and try to put you as a driver as you're beneath them. They're the passenger. You do what they want, when they want, how they want. But that's not how it works. But we live in a society. To be superior is power. And any opportunity that a person can have that power, they take it. Hey, sis. How are you? Good. I got my chips already, but you trying to go to the store?
Say happy belated birthday.
Oh, I sent you a text to all of your phones, miss. Every last one of them. Happy birthday. Look. Happy birthday. I think it was 3 phone numbers I had. And I sent on that day because I had it in my phone. Happy birthday.
I did get one.
Oh, you didn't reply?
No.
What isn't
I
it?
probably was asleep.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Where's it go? Hold on. Oh, I deleted it. But I did send it to you. Matter of fact, let me see. Hold on. Let me go to the names here. Instead of me having all these different ones. Because I clicked one. Oh, no. I clicked one.
Do you got this phone number?
That's what I'm going to make sure now. And let's go here. See, those 2. Don't say it loud, because...
Okay. Okay.
Those are good ones?
This one is.
Okay, but not this one.
I think... It might be... I don't know.
You think it's your sister's? Oh, no. I'll keep the one that is good.
I think it's mine is this one.
Down here?
Yeah.
And not that one no more?
Let me see.
Now, I'll ring it. Let's see. I'll call that one.
It's not that one.
It's not this one here? Okay. Alright, let's try this one. What?
It's another phone.
Alright. Let's do it like this.
Give me yours.
Alright, hold on. But you said you got one?
Yeah, this is my other one.
Okay. Alright, that's my number. Don't say it out loud, but that's mine.
Give me a minute.
Can you see it? Oh, take your time. I want you to see it. Let me see what kind of change I got.
Oh, wait a minute.
I didn't even switch over my backpack to a purse. Alright. Okay.
That's mine.
All right.
That's this one.
Alright. And that's a good one.
Yeah.
And I should get rid of all the other ones. Well, let's try to keep them. What do you want me to do? Should I keep them or get rid of them?
Get rid of the old one. That's my new one right here. Yeah.
That one right there?
Yeah.
Alright, let's get rid of this one now. Alright. Okay. Okay. Alright, make sure I got this right. Yes, indeed. You don't have Cash App, do you?
No.
Okay. Let's go to the other one. This one here. Alright, we're going to get rid of this one here. Okay. Alright, this is the only one I got here. Right? That's a good one?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Alright. Let's see what I got in here. If I got anything. You enjoyed your birthday, though?
I ain't do anything.
No? They don't take copper anymore in the stores, do they?
What, pennies?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, they do? Oh. I thought they were
Only for 5 or
discriminating.
10. They don't take over
Oh,
20.
yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine that. All right, $1.25. I got my chips. I don't want anything unless it's like peanut chews. How much are those? Like a nickel or something?
Quarter.
For one peanut chew, one tiny.
They don't sell that little ones no more. They
Oh.
sell a long pack.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say corner stores are making money. All right, that's 50 cents for me. You got $1.25. All right, thanks. Okay, let's put this up here. Okay. Oops, sorry about that, guys. Let's see here. The holiday. Oh, wow, I missed a lot. Wealthy people don't become wealthy by spending money. Ha! That's not how it works. Yeah, I'm back. It kept spinning. I don't know if it was the area, you know. I here. Oh, wow. I'm glad you guys were chit-chatting amongst each other. That's awesome. Guess who? My son do Uber Eats. Bike. Okay. He travels every other... What? Wait a minute. Hold on. He traveling. Oh, okay. So he's not having any issues. Is that right, Maria? NYE is a rating killer. Explain. How much they were overcharged by the company? Some neighborhoods are just old and ran down, but nice people there. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, most crazy things happen at night. Yeah, you're more inclined to take a chance when that surge is there. You're like, okay, it's worth me weighing my options. In some situation, yeah. To me, it's industrial neighborhoods. That spooks me. Oh, really? Okay. I deliver in the hood and people were nice. Yeah. Even the gangsters, yeah. Tip you, absolutely. Absolutely. for Denny's delivery, awesome. She found a friend. Oh, I call her my sister. Yeah, are you talking about a kind-hearted woman? Oh my gosh. She's a wonderful, beautiful woman inside. It's awesome. Wealthy people can be the cheapest. Yeah. Mm-hmm. A lot of them won't tip. Grubhub, you can calculate the tips beforehand. Yeah, I like that about Grubhub. Say hi to your friend. Okay. What part of a car tire can you eat? Well, none. Unless it's a cake. Okay? Okay, Jim? All right? No eating pillows. None of that. Don't do it. In my area, the rich tip as much as 20 or more. Awesome. Speaking of tips, did you guys see Ride with Peterson post? He had a delivery and was tipped, what was that, $69 or $67? The meal was $3. I was thinking, was that to be reversed, or it was $69 or $67 and some change for tip, and the order was less than $4. Like, wow, that talking about a good day. That's a good day right there. This holiday, I'm doing fast food. Oh, you're gonna do fast food restaurants? Awesome, that's nice. What, before Christmas or on Christmas and after Christmas? Is it busy like that with the restaurants? Oops, sorry. Okay, thanks for your username. Oh my gosh, Melissa. Lagoon Beach, just good. Just too many gated homes with security guards to deal with. Okay. Marcus, guys, Marcus is in the building. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, let me turn that off. Marcus is in the building. Those who don't know Marcus, he is a millionaire. What? Yeah, Marcus, millionaire. M and M. Yeah, send him all your bills. He got you. Yes, indeed. I declare. I like breakfast. They say serial killer. Oh no! Stop it. Oh, see, Quaker. That's a good one. I like that. I'm a serial killer. Get it? Serial. Yeah. Okay. Got it. Got it. Got it. That's crazy. Watch out, Tony the Tiger. I'm gonna get. You know what? I used to eat Frosted Flakes. Oh my gosh. You know what? Basically, it's just sugar. I mean, for the most part. You is out for church or shopping. I'm out for church. I should be in there setting up, and I didn't. I don't know if I got to set up today or not. I get messed up on the schedule. Oh, you just got out of church? Okay. Did you look? Did you pay your big tithes? A millionaire, Marcus. Yeah. Oh, it is, Maria. Yes, it is. Good. Oh, okay. Awesome. Around Christmas and stuff. See, I'm thinking. Well, I did hear that they say a lot of people order Chinese around the holidays. But we all know Shell's only going to church to get change. Okay, look, I put $1 in. I need 4 quarters back. Oh my gosh, right? Last year, every Uber Eats was late due to volume. Really, Maria? Oh my gosh! Wow. See, I didn't think that way. That's awesome. That's good to know. Does the church do Christmas potluck? No. What we do, whenever we would have food, it's catered, and the people just come and enjoy. None of the members, bring food or anything like that. The part of the time you can eat is the. Oh my gosh, Jim! You know what? You got me. Okay, I'm coming. You got me there. I see. Oh, I didn't see that. Oh my gosh. Donut. I didn't see it coming. That's kind of hard now. I didn't see it coming. You got me on that one. My sister wants me to open up, so I gotta go. All right, guys. Love yourself. Know yourself. Be yourself. Change yourself to improve yourself. That's the journey I'm on. It's not easy all the time, but you have to have a mental focus. That is what you're going to do, and that is to fight and push forward in life. Chinese overpopulated Baltimore too. Yeah, we have a lot of Chinese stores here. I think it was a government thing that it's like, they allow you to come in to make some American money and all that kind of stuff. I put it this way. Everybody who's not so-called an American did not come over the wall. Some of them walked right in. Some of them, there was an agreement. Hands were shaken. So it's one of those things. People trying to survive. It's one of those things. And I like American Chinese food. I do. I like their cheese wontons. I don't have to name them all, but yeah. Everybody is here for a reason. And people do what they do because that's what they want to do. But just continue to focus, and if these particular gigs are working for you and it's a good fit, handle your business. Don't let anybody talk you out of it. They're not paying your bills. Don't let them make you feel less than because you might not be making the money that they're making. Everybody market is different. That's just how it is. That's just how it is. And everyone don't have the same drive that you may have for this type gig. That's just how that is. You know? We just gotta, oh, this is probably making too much noise. We just have to put things in perspective instead of allowing things that are out of our control to determine our emotional outcome, you know? So hang in there, everybody. And I will see you again. All right now. Right, exactly, Maria. All right now, take care.